And we'll start in a comfortable seated position. And very exciting that my teacher Sharon is releasing a new book. This is an older book, Yoga and Vegetarianism, and she's releasing a new book, Yoga and Veganism. I'm just going to read a very short and very beautiful paragraph to inspire our hearts and our minds. This is in the back, these little short, just inspiring bites of wisdom. So this is the fourth one, and it's called Bliss, the result of successful communication. Ecstasy is the true ground of being, and it pulsates within you at all times. Recognize it and celebrate it in others, and you will find it in yourself. By not trying to tame, enslave, and exploit others, you allow them the right to pursue their true natures. And in doing so, you allow yourself the same adventure into bliss. And we'll start with an Om. And then please repeat after me. Nice deep breath in. Please repeat from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 29. Sarva-BHÖTASTHAM āTMANAH. Sarva-BHÖTASTHAM āTMANAH. Sarva-BHÜTANI CA-ΑΑTMANI. Sarva-BHÖTANI CA-ΑATMANI. ဣＫШΑTE YOGAYUKTA-āTMÀ. ဣＫШΑTE YOGAYUKTA-āTMÀ. SARVA-TRA SAMA-DARЩANAʿ. SARVA-TRA SAMA-DARŞANAʿ. A true yogi sees the divine self in all beings and at all times. Indeed, the self-realized person sees me, sees the same supreme everywhere. Let us offer our practice with the following elevated chant. Please sing with me. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari And we'll press play together on that first track. It's called Dreaming Om. In about 3, 2, and go ahead, press play. Please come now onto your mat if you're not already there. Shift onto hands and knees, bringing your wrists right underneath your shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Nice deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, tucking toes, extend your legs up and back, forming downward facing dog. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, open your mouth, make some noise here.
Let's do that again. Inhale, sitting bones are lifting high. Exhale, open the mouth and make some noise, constricting the throat. Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose with the same sound. Inhale through the nose, same sound. Exhale, same sound. Continue to breathe here. So we all would like to know how to step forward in a way that doesn't hurt others, in a way that's good for us and good for the earth. And so to do that, we orient ourselves to the earth in all kinds of ways, like upside down here in the dog. We get a different point of view, halfway turned around. It's a potent thing to do with the body. It can deprogram us. It can open us up to infinite ways of being. Soften your knees and begin to walk the feet towards the wrists. You'll stop about 10 inches shy of your own wrists, with the feet parallel and hip width distance apart. If the palms don't meet the earth, you're always welcome to utilize props to bring the earth to you. Or if props are unavailable, you're welcome to hold the opposite elbow and hang. Continuing this sonorous breath, passing in through the nose and out through the nose. We may think that compassionate acts of kindness are charitable acts that only benefit others and not ourselves. That giving only depletes the giver, infringing upon our time and money, but actually the law of karma assures that whatever we give will come back to us many times over. Be generous here, even with the breath. See if your head could fall a little bit more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Bring your feet a bit wider than hips, toes a bit wider than heels. And as you exhale, come on down to a squatting shape. Any discomfort, you're always welcome to bring a block underneath the seat or a blanket under the heels. Throughout the practice, welcome to modify, to create a sense of ease, even a sense of joy. Spread through the toes, lift up, get a little taller through the hands. Exhale. See if the heels of your hands could come to the line of your elbow. Exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. The left arm is going to come down in front of the left shin, palm to the earth. Exhale, right arm skyward. Feel your right knee energetically rolling back, breathing into the inner thigh for 2. Press through the feet, get longer through crown of head. Exhale, 3. Inhale, hands meet back at the center. Exhale, right arm to the earth and left arm skyward. Your left knee might automatically want to cave inward, energize it and pull it back for 2. Invite the shoulder blades to move towards each other, collarbones broadening. Exhale, 3. Inhale, hands back to the prayer. Exhale, prepare to stand. Inhale, pressing down, lift up, reach arms above head. Exhale, step your 2 feet together, toes touching, heels touching, Tadasana. Inhale, bend your left knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. Exhale, open the knee to the side and place your foot against the right leg for tree pose. It could be way high, you might like it lower, maybe even with ball of foot to the floor if more support is needed. Bring your hands to meet. Exhale, 1. Energize the 2 palms pressing towards the midline and your foot pressing in towards your right leg to get a little bit taller for 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale, carry that left knee to the front, give it a squeeze. Exhale, place the foot purposefully down. Tadasana. Inhale, bend the right knee this time into the chest. Exhale, open knee and place the foot. Again, it could be quite high, it could be lower. Maybe you even want to support the balance with your right toes to the floor. Bring the hands to me. Breathing in. Breathing out for 1. Encourage the right sitting bone to drop, but the hips are equidistant from the earth. 2. Pressing towards the midline, get a bit taller. Beautiful. 3. Inhale, carry that right knee to the front, give it a squeeze. Exhale, place that foot purposefully down. Feet together at the top of the mat, bring your hands to meet. And just for a moment, let the chin fall towards the chest, let the eyes close. The secret to wealth is to give generously to others. How we treat others will determine how others treat us. How others treat us will determine how we see ourselves. How we see ourselves determines who we are. Dedicate the practice in this mood of generosity. Exhale, release the arms, standing tall. Tadasana. Inhale, lift the prayer above your head, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the earth, beside your feet. Inhale, move shoulders up and back, lengthen spine. Exhale, step or jump yourself back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, move shoulder blades towards one another. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out one. Really let the sitting bones lift skyward as your head drops towards the earth, two. Breathing in. Breathing out, three. Hands press down and away. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, bend knees, look ahead. Inhale, feet to head, step or jump to arrive there, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold into left. Inhale, gather the prayer, lift arms skyward, lift gaze. Exhale, release arms, standing tall. Second time, inhale, lift prayer, lift gaze. Exhale, fold forward, hands to earth. Inhale, move shoulder blades back, lengthen spine. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga, ribs just above elbows. Inhale, up dog, press the feet down, lift the thighs high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing outward. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, bend knees, look ahead. Inhale, feet to hands, step or jump, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold into legs. Inhale, gather the prayer, lift your arms, lift your gaze, press the feet down, Urdhva-hastasana. Exhale, release arms, stand tall, Tadasana. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, lift arms for Utkatasana, chair seat. Exhale, folding forward, hands to earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, move shoulder blades back, lengthen spine. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, broad chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot forward, left heel down with the prayer, skyward, warrior one. Exhale, hands to earth. Step back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot forward, right heel down, really pressing palms together, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands down, step back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, two. Lower belly's lifted towards the front of your spine. As the backs of legs lengthen, heels yearning to meet the earth. Three. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, bend knees, lift your gaze. Inhale, feet to the hands, step or jump. Exhale, fold into legs. Inhale, deeply bend knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall, release arms, Tadasana. Inhale, deeply bend knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, folding forward, hands to earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, move the shoulder blades back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva-Mukha-Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down, step back and lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down, step back and lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Spreading the weight through the four corners of the hands. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend knees, lift gaze. Inhale, feet to hand, stepper jump, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold into legs. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, lift arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall, release arms. Tadasana, Jivamukti form. Inhale, hook thumbs in front, lift up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward. Turn arms behind, clasp hands, stretch legs long. Inhale, bend the knees, hands to earth, right foot back lunging. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, soft elbows, chest broad, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, the lower belly lifting towards spine. Inhale, slide forward, broad chest, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels, down dog. Inhale, huge step of the right foot forward. Pull the right hip crease back and lift your gaze. Exhale, left foot joins right, fold into your legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, lift up, stretch legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward. Swing arms behind, clasp hands, stretch legs long. Inhale, bend the knees, hands to earth, left foot back, lunging, gaze forward. Exhale, down dog, chin falls towards chest. Inhale, snaking forward to plank. Exhale, keep moving the shoulders forward, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, shoulder blades squeeze close. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left foot forward, left hip crease back, square pelvic. Exhale, right foot joins left. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, lift up, stretch legs long, arch back. Exhale, release the arms. Tadasana. Inhale, hop your feet just inner hip width distance apart. Exhale, hands to waist, squeeze elbows together. Inhale, pressing hip points forward, lift the head and the chest, arching back. Exhale, let your knees bend a bit. Let your belly fold forward to your thighs so there's contact. And then peace sign fingers wrap around the big toes. Inhale, roll shoulder blades up and back. From there, exhale, begin to lift your sitting bones, doing your best to keep the belly and the thighs connected. In other words, your legs don't have to pop to full extension. Rather, can you experience some elongation with the breath? Passing in through the nose. And out through the nose, 3. Really let your heels dig down as the sitting bones lift skyward, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale once more, softly bend the knees. Exhale, slide the palms of hands underneath soles of feet. And today, really spread your fingers wide. So the pointer finger, so the pointer finger comes to the inside of the inner arch, and the pinky finger comes to the outside of the outer arch. Inhale, roll shoulders up and back. Exhale once more, folding forward, encouraging the sitting bones to lift as the head falls. Inhale, the backs of your thighs lengthen. Exhale, 2. Shift some more weight into the ball of the foot. Feel the massage into your wrist, 3. Especially if you've been holding onto your phone like a life raft. Let it go here, 4. Breathing in. Breathing out, 5. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step your feet a little back and off your hands. Bring the heels together, turning the toes out. Flip the palms, spread the fingers, and check that the pointer finger is directed forward, setting up for crane, bakasana. Inhale, lift up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees and bend your elbows out to the sides. See if you can get your knee, your shin way above the upper arm. And then draw your elbows towards each other. Bring the forearms parallel. From there, start to shift forward and lift the space between your shoulder blades like a cat spine. Maybe one foot lifts. Maybe that's it, a few breaths, and then you switch, or maybe 2 feet lift. Heels towards the seat for 2. Press the hands down, see if you can lengthen the arms a bit more, 3. Keep thinking forward, not down, for 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, place your feet back down. Exhale, fold forward over stretched legs. Feet again parallel and hip width distance. Inhale, bring your hands behind your calf muscles, fingers pointing down. Exhale, pressing your hands forward and your shins back. Fold forward, one last variation. Breathing in, the shin presses into the hand. Breathing out, hand presses into shin. Breathing in. Breathing out, 3. Really feel the heels digging down, sitting bones lifting up, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, softly bend your knees. Exhale, heel toe your feet together, toes and heels to touch. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall and release the arms, Tadasana. You might want a strap or a scarf or a belt. We're gonna come into Ādhikādahastāsana, bending the left knee. Either peace sign fingers will come to the big toe, but if that makes the shoulders slouch, much more exciting actually to use a strap. You can hold the strap with the left hand, bring the right hand to the front of the right hip. Inhale, whether you have peace sign fingers or the strap, roll your left shoulder back. Try to feel the sitting bones even. And as you exhale, pull energetically the left sitting bone back as you kick the left foot forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, the heels press away from one another for 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Just a small bend into that left knee. And then carry the leg out to the side. From there, re-extend. And encourage that left sitting bone to drop down. Optional right arm to the right side. Gaze to right thumb. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. The standing leg is extended, regardless of if there's some bend in the left, for 3. Inhale, carry the leg forward. Hug the knee into chest to release the strap if you are using it. Exhale, place the foot down. Tadasana. Second side. Inhale, bend right knee into chest. Exhale, either peace sign fingers to the big toe, or if you're using a strap for better alignment, place the strap around the ball of the right foot and hold the strap in the right hand. Inhale, roll your right shoulder back. Exhale, right sitting bone lengthens back as the right heel extends forward. Exhale, 1, left hand to the front of the left hip. Exhale, 2, lengthen the backs of your thighs. Exhale, 3. Inhale, soft bend just in the right knee. Exhale, carry right leg to the right. Inhale, extend, and focus on dropping that outer hip down. Optional to extend left arm to the left, and gaze to left thumb. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, carry the right leg back to the front. Give it a squeeze. Exhale, purposefully place the foot down. Come to the top of the mat if you're not otherwise there. 2 feet together. No need for the strap at this moment. Tadasana. Inhale, deeply bend the knees. Lift arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, hands to earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll shoulders up and back, lengthen spine. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, gazes down the tip of your nose. Exhale, Adho Mukha, down dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Lift up to warrior 1, left heel down. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Inhale, lift up, stretch the right leg. Make any adjustments so that the right toes are directly forward. Exhale, reach to the right for Trikonasana, right hand to shin or ankle. Left arm skyward, gaze to left thumb. Inhale, long across the chest. Exhale, lengthen the left arm alongside the ear, parallel to the earth. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. Energetically hug the right leg towards the left, left towards the right, 3. Optional, right arm comes parallel to the left for 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Press down to lift up. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, bend the right knee, arms out to shoulder height. Inhale, hands to frame the foot. Come to the ball of your left foot. Exhale, move the shoulder blades back. Prepare for standing splits. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Lift the head and the chest. Exhale, fold forward, chin towards right shin. You might like props under the hands, or you may wish to test your balance today, bringing arms like airplane wings alongside the spine. So the fingers point the same direction as your left heel. For 2, inhale. Exhale, 3. Again, lengthening the backs of the thighs. 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Hands down if they were lifted. Inhale, lift your left toes, open up your left hip. Exhale, bend both knees, left knee to outside of right ankle, and come on down to sit. Establish your seat. Any adjustments, maybe you sit on a block or a blanket. Inhale, reach up the left arm, get tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Any arm variation of your choosing for Ardha Matsyendrasana. But unless binding comes very easily, I recommend that you come into a variation where the spine can remain very long. Inhale, press the left thigh down into the floor. Exhale, broaden across the collarbones. 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, just a little taller. Exhale, a little broader. Inhale to face front of your own space. Exhale, counter rotation, twist a bit to the left. Inhale to face front for Agni Stambhasana. Right ankle over the left knee. Left ankle underneath the right. Feet are flexed. Tap the fingers behind you. Inhale, lift the sternum. Feeling the right knee lengthening towards the earth. Welcome to stay here. Breathe into that. Or as you exhale, fold forward a little or a lot. Keeping the breath the focal point. Breath passing in and passing out. I'd say the beginning of all knowledge is humility. Knowledge and humility, they can't be separated. Kind of the same as sweetness can't be separated from sugar. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale to lift up. If you did, fold forward. Exhale as gracefully as you can manage. Swing that right leg around. And then we're going to lift up and back to a 3-legged dog. Left leg high, skyward. Try to keep the shoulders, the ribs square. Inhale forward to 3-legged plank. That left leg can just hover. Exhale, a 3-legged chaturanga. You're always welcome to put foot down if you prefer. We'll put the foot down for upward facing, 2 feet down. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Lift up arms, warrior 1. Exhale, open out to warrior 2. Inhale, lift up, stretching left leg. Exhale, feel welcome to adjust as needed, but the left toes are pointing forward. Good. From there, lengthen and release the left hand to left shin or ankle, right arm skyward, gaze to right thumb, Trikonasana. Inhale, get more space across the collarbones. Exhale, right arm alongside the ear. In this variation, you can press through pinky toe edge of right foot and get more space along the side body. 3. Optional, left arm also comes parallel to the right. 4. Squeezing legs towards each other to get the strength needed for that. Exhale, 5. Press down to lift up. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, arms to shoulder height. Inhale, hands to frame the foot. Come to ball of your left foot. Exhale, prepare for standing splits, broadening across collarbones. Inhale, lift the right leg. Lift your head and chest first. Exhale, from there, fold forward, chin towards your left shin. Again, option, hands might be on blocks or earth. Or to test the balance further today, you might lift the arms alongside your torso. Either way, keeping the focus on your heels, lengthening away from one another. 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. back of that left thigh, back of the right thigh, elongate. Exhale, 5. Inhale, hands down if they were lifted. Lift the right toes, lift the right hip, open across. Exhale, bend both knees. Bring the right knee outside the left ankle, come to sit down. Establish your seat well, connecting through right and left sitting bones. Inhale, reaching right arm skyward. Exhale, twisting to the left. Again, arm variation of your choosing, so long as the spine stays long. For 1. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. Pressing the right thigh down. Feel how that helps you to lift up. 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, just a little taller. Exhale, let the gaze come even further over left shoulder. Inhale, release to face front. Exhale, counter rotate gently to the right. Inhale, facing front. We're going to stack left ankle over the right knee, feet flex. Tent the fingertips behind you. Inhale to open the chest and energetically move the left knee down. Staying there, or exhale to fold forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. These shapes where we let the head fall towards the floor, they signify this mood of humility. And humility is derived from the Latin root humus, which means earth, or ground, or soil. Exhale, 5. Inhale to lift up. Exhale as gracefully as you can muster. We swing that left leg around and press up and back to a 3-legged dog, right leg skyward. Inhale, roll forward to that 3-legged plank. Exhale, soft bend of elbows, 3-legged chaturanga. 2 feet down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Toes together, heels touching, preparing for Vashisthasana. Inhale to plank. Exhale, come to the right hand and outer edge of right foot. Inhale, lift the left arm skyward, gaze towards left thumb. If more support is needed, always welcome to place right knee to the earth. Exhale, 1. Try to get the thighs longer, back of the thigh extending. 2. Gaze is up towards left thumb. Exhale, 3. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right away to left hand and outer edge of left foot. Inhale the right arm up, gaze to right thumb. Again, you might lower the left knee to the earth if more support is desired. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. Try to get even longer from heel through crown. Exhale, 3. Inhale, plank. Exhale, touch knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, slide forward, point toes, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels. Down dog. Inhale, lift sitting bones high. Exhale, soften knees, look ahead. Inhale, feet to the hands, step or jump, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold into legs. Inhale, deeply bend knees, lifting arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall, release the arms. Tadasana. Inhale, take a big step back with your left foot. So your feet are in a warrior stance, right toes forward and left toes at about 60-degree angle. Place your hands to the hips for a moment and just squeeze the right leg back, left leg forward. Try to find equanimity across the pelvis. Good. From there, inhale, arms out to shoulder height. Exhale, turn the thumbs down and sweep arms behind you. You might come to secret prayer variation, or if that's too much for the wrists, secret fist, or if that's too much as well, holding opposite elbow is welcome. Whichever one you're in, shimmy the arms a bit higher towards the shoulder blades. Squeeze the elbows back, and from there, inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, arching back. Exhale, folding forward. Your chin lengthened towards the right shin. Secret prayer variation of Parsvottanasana. The palms are fists, keep pressing together, lifting elbows skyward for 2. Exhale, 3. This energy of scissoring the legs, right leg back, left leg forward to find equanimity in the pelvis. Breathing. Breathing out, 5. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, come to ball of left foot, preparing for warrior 3. Inhale like it's slow motion. Lift your left leg, and then extend the right leg. Breathing in. Breathing out, 1. Keep lifting the elbows, broadening across the collarbones, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift your head, step the 2 feet together. Exhale, release your arms and just shake the wrists out a bit. Side to side. And then interlock your hands to a fist and do some circles of the wrist. First direction. And then the second direction. Good. Exhale to release the hands to your hips. This time we're stepping the right foot back to that warrior stance. With the hands at the waist, scrunch everything towards the midline. Inhale, arms again, shoulder height. Exhale, turn thumbs down and come back to same variation. If you grabbed hold of opposite elbow, try to switch the crossing. Shimmying the arms high up in between the shoulder blades. Squeezing the elbows back. Inhale, lift your chest. It's like you're leaning onto your own hands. Exhale, lengthen forward, chin towards your shin. Breathing in. Breathing out, 1. Scooping that left heel down. Can you lift the left sitting bone in line with the right for 2? The elbows keep lifting, ever more skyward. 3. Could the forehead relax, the tongue and jaw? What a concept. 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, bend just the left knee. Exhale, square the hips, coming to ball of the right foot. Try to do it like you're stretching taffy, vegan taffy. Inhale, lift the right leg. And from there, stretch your left leg. Virabhadrasana 3. Breathing in. Breathing out, 1. Keep focusing on elongating the backs of the thighs. Exhale, 2. Broadening across collarbones. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift the head, step the 2 feet together. Exhale, release the arms. And then with your left hand, grab a hold of the right big finger and just pull the finger back towards you with the right arm stretched long, palm facing skyward. And then go to the middle finger, just a few breaths. And then the ring finger. And then the pinky. And then quite exciting, grab hold of the thumb. And you're pulling the thumb back towards you, opening across the front of the arm. We'll do the other side. Right hand holds the left big finger. And then second finger. Third finger. Fourth finger. And then the thumb. Good. Release the arms. Standing tall. Tadasana. Inhale deeply, bend the knees, lifting arms, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, hands to earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, roll shoulders up and back, lengthen spine. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk your hands about 5 inches closer to your feet, and let your hands be as wide as the mat. Inhale, lift sitting bones very high, come to your tip toes. Exhale, bend knees, look towards the front of your space. Inhale, jump through, come to sit down, and extend your legs forward. Setting up for Paschimottanasana. It can be very nice to grab hold of that strap once more. Bring the strap around the balls of the feet. And what that does is allows the collarbones to remain broad. Inhale, the shoulder blades moving back. And exhale, the elbows bend. Rather than coming into like a cat spine, you can keep the length of the front. And maybe your hands come closer. Or maybe you even can grab hold of your pinky toe edges of feet. But keeping the chest open, opposed to trying to reach so far. And then just let yourself breathe deep. In through the nose. And out through the nose. Breathing. Breathing out. Few more breaths, let your head fall. That we embrace again this shape of humility. We place our forehead on the earth, on the floor in front of an altar, at the feet of our teacher. We bow to the circumstances of our life. It's like we're offering something humbly, acknowledging our own longing to be an instrument, to be of use, to honor the earth, to celebrate life. Last breath here, see what else you could release in the mood of humility, letting go. And then as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bend right knee into the chest. Exhale, open the right knee out to the side. Inhale, lengthen and twist towards the left. Then exhale, fold forward over your left. Janu Shirshasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift up and lift the right knee to the sky. Variation. Exhale, your left hand grabs hold of your right ankle. Inhale, step your right foot to the right side about 10 inches. Exhale, reach the right arm skyward and then start to lean out towards your left leg. You might grab a hold of your foot, you might not, but let your right foot tiptoe a bit further out to the right. And even let the right knee lean out, like when we were in that squat in the beginning of class, the inner thigh expanding, for 2. Exhale, 3. See if the chest could spiral a bit more skyward, 4. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, extend the right leg alongside left. Inhale, bend left knee into chest. Exhale, open left knee to side. Inhale, lengthen and twist to the right. And exhale, fold over your right leg. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift up, lift the left knee. Exhale, right hand grabs hold of left ankle. Inhale, move your left foot out to the left, 10 inches or more. Exhale, reach the left arm up and then lengthen over towards the right leg. You can tiptoe your left toes further out to the left and let your left knee fall out to the left as the chest expands skyward. Breathing in. Breathing out. The further you externally rotate that left thigh, the more you feel the expanse through the spine, through the ribs, breathing into the lungs. Deep. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, extend your left leg alongside the right. Inhale, notice where the backs of the knees are and bend your knees right to where they were, bringing your feet hip-width distance apart. Exhale, hands behind 10 inches. Fingers can point right towards your feet, or if that's too much on the wrist, always turn the fingers out a bit. Exhale to prepare by drawing those bent elbows towards each other. And inhale, lift up into a tabletop. Optional to release the head back for 1. Spread through your toes, spread through the 4 corners of the foot, lift the hips a bit higher, 2. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, 3. Inhale, chin to chest, and exhale, lower your seat to the floor. Inhale, bending knees into the chest. Exhale, open the knees to the sides for Baddha Konasana. Use your hands like you're opening the soles of feet to the sky. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, press pinky toe edges of the feet strongly together. You might stay vertical or fold forward. You might even let the forehead bow towards the earth. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale to lift the torso. Exhale, we're going to open the legs out to a V shape for Upavista Konasana. Peace sign fingers should meet the big toes. So if the legs are too wide, that becomes impossible. You can bring them a little closer. Inhale, roll shoulder blades back. And exhale, lead from the chest. Upavista for 1. As long as the knees and the toes keep pointing skyward, the hips are in a safe alignment. 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale to lift up. Softly bend your knees. Peace sign fingers stay at the big toes. Walk your heels a little bit closer. Roll the shoulder blades back, lifting the chest. Come high up onto your sitting bones. We're going to take that straddle into a balance. Lift your legs and kick the heels away. Exhale, 1. Good. Keep lifting the chest to come off of your tailbone right up on the sitting bones. 2. See how long you can elongate the backs of the thighs like we've been working on throughout the class. 3. Energetically, the inner thighs are squeezing towards one another. Some control. 4. Exhale, 5. Good. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. Exhale to lean way back, arms extending forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Woohoo! Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, hop or jump yourself out to a straddle. Heels slightly wider than the toes. Same shape, different orientation. Interlock the hands behind you, make a fist. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, folding forward here. Breathing in. Breathing out. See if the palms of your hands can press together. Exhale, 2. See if the outer edges of your feet can strongly connect down, lifting your sitting bones higher. 3. Breathing in. Breathing out. 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, press down to lift up. You're going to bend your elbows and just point the knuckles towards your sacrum. And arch back, pressing hip points forward. Good. Inhale to vertical. Exhale, turn the right toes out. And the left toes want to be turned in, warrior stance. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Exhale, bend the right knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze is beyond the right middle finger. Exhale, 1. Really press through outer edge of the left foot and try to squeeze your left leg towards the right. Feel that fire up the inner thigh for 3. Inhale, right hand to the big toe side of the right foot. You might grab your block and put it under the palm or palm to the earth. Exhale, gaze towards the left arm directly above the right. 1 long line from wrist to wrist. Breathing in. Breathing out. 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. By isometrically squeezing feet towards each other, you get longer through the spine. 5. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, release the arms and change sides. Turn the left toes out and the right toes in. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Exhale, bend deeply the left knee, warrior 2. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, left hand to the big toe side of left foot on a block or on the earth. Exhale, gaze towards right thumb, 1 long line from wrist to wrist. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2. Finding more space and length through the crown of the head. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the arms. And once again, turn the right toes out and left toes in. You might want to use strap. And if you're using the strap, hold the strap in the left hand. So that it dangles behind your left leg. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Exhale, again, bend the right knee. And this time, bring your right arm in front of the thigh. Threading shoulder underneath. So you can grab hold of that strap. Or perhaps right hand grabs hold of left wrist. With the strap or with the wrist, stretch your right arm to lengthen the left shoulder over the right for 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, begin to stretch your right leg long. Doesn't have to extend fully. Might only extend a little bit. Keep the breath steady for 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, right hand down and left arm up. Inhale, lift to stand. Exhale, release the arms and change sides, turning left toes out, right toes in, and if you're using the strap, this time you hold it in the right hand. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, left arm in front of the left thigh, left shoulder underneath, and either grab hold of the strap or left hand encircles the right wrist. Either way, lengthen your left arm towards your right foot to roll that right shoulder over the left for 1. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Gaze is up to over the right shoulder. Exhale, 3. Good. Begin to extend that left leg a little or a lot. Let your breath go to any places of tightness in the body. Breath reminding your body it's all good for 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, left hand down and right arm up. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, release the arms. Turn the feet parallel, heels slightly wider than toes. You can leave the strap off to the side for now. Hands to the waist. Inhale, lift the head and the chest, arching back. Exhale, folding forward, this time hands to the earth right underneath the shoulders. Inhale, roll shoulders up and back. Exhale, folding forward, keep your hands pointing the way that they are, but walk them back in space. As if you could get the elbows right over the wrists right underneath the elbows. If your head plopped into the floor, you can bring the feet closer. If your head's nowhere near the earth, you can bring the feet a little wider. Once more, digging the heel down, lift your sitting bones up. Breathing in. Breathing out 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. If tripod headstand is in your practice, you can go there. Otherwise, start to think about it just by inhale, shifting some more weight into your balls of feet, and exhale back into the whole foot and the heel included. Inhale, shifting forward, maybe the heels lift up a little or a lot. Exhale, rolling back. 1 more time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rolling back. If you had the legs up in tripod, separate them now. Touch down the toes first, then the balls and the heels. Inhale, walk the arms forward. Come to a long spine parallel to the earth. Exhale, slightly turn the right toes out and bend your right knee deep. Inhale to center. Exhale, slightly turn the left toes out and bend your left knee deep. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend the right. Breathe into the inner thigh. Just a heads up. That's where we're headed, a little deeper into the inner thigh. So here we're loosening. Inhale, center. Exhale, bending right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bending left. Inhale to center. And then walk your hands towards the right foot. Turn the right toes out and come to the ball of your left foot. Move the right foot a bit further right. We're setting up in a lizard, 2 hands on the big toe side of the foot. You might lower the elbows to forearms on blocks or on the earth. And squeeze your right knee, right thigh towards the shoulder as strong as you can. Really activating that inner thigh for 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. If you did lower to forearms, come back to the hands. Walking right through the midline. We'll go the other way, turning the left toes out. Bending left knee, coming to ball of right foot. Maybe move the left foot further to the left to make space. Shoulder blades move back, gaze comes ahead. And then you might lower down onto blocks with the forearms or onto the earth. Lizard. Very active. Hug that left knee in, the left thigh in. Squeezing, scissoring the legs towards each other for 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. If you lowered, come back up to the hands. And then once more, walk through the middle. Hands underneath the shoulders. Softly bend your knees, and with an in-breath, hop your feet together. And you're just going to separate the feet a little bit wider than hip-width distance and parallel. Good. Both knees softly bend. You're going to lift the right heel and do your best to thread the right shoulder underneath the right knee. I like to bring my right hand to the calf and use that to get a little deeper in. And then do the same. Lift your left heel and get your left shoulder as much underneath the left knee as you can. And grab hold of the calf to do that. From there, see if your hands can reach outside your feet and hold the top of the feet. And if that's too much, hands just come to the floor behind you. Inhale, stretch your legs as much as you can. Exhale, let them soften. Inhale, lengthen them as much as you can. Exhale, soften. Just one more time. Inhale, lengthen as much as you can. Exhale, soften. And then like you've been stuck in a hole in quarantine for a long time, start turning to your right. You're going to take little steps right and left and see if you could spin yourself around to the right. They call this the bug walks. I'm thinking of a hermit in a cave. And then go ahead and switch directions. Start spinning to your left. This is what we can do in quarantine. Just walk in small circles around ourselves. And when you come back to your front, unwind the arms. Woo, walk the arms forward. Come up to your fingertips and just let the chest hang like a puppy pose on your legs. Breathing into the backs of the legs, the front of the body, the back of the body. One more shape like this before we move on. Going in the direction of the firefly. Of course, doesn't mean perfection. But it starts the same. Maybe you do the left shoulder first this time. Lift the left heel. And get the left shoulder as much as possible behind the left knee. And then do the right. Getting that right shoulder. You can maneuver a few times underneath. This time, hands come behind you. And you bend into your knees quite deeply to kind of sit down onto your arms. From there, lift the space between the shoulder blades, like that cat spine in a cat-cow. And then lift your gaze, the neck long. Good. From there, see if you could lift just one leg. And energetically, that inner thigh has to squeeze towards the midline. And place that first foot down. And see if you could lift the second leg. Energetically, the inner thigh squeezes towards the midline. Good. And then we're going to try and do both, just for 5 breaths. You do your best. The hands press down. The feet stretch forward. The inner thigh squeeze towards the midline for 2. Breathing. Head forward. Seat back. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Let yourself come on down. No meet in child seat. Forehead to the earth. Extend the arms forward. Come back to your breath. Let it pass in through the nose and out through the nose. We're to spiritually evolve and survive as a species. We have to liberate ourselves from the lie that we're separate from the rest of life. That's why we do the dog and the cat and the firefly and the mountain, right? The world is a reflection of ourselves. So if we're able to live in harmony with the earth, we can find our way back to our true self. And this doesn't mean that we go like back to nature, because that's not possible. Nature is with us now. It's who we are. We go within to experience the wildness of our own true self. That place of living harmony, where true anarchy, self-rule, is the rule. Interlock your hands, setting up for headstand. And if headstand is something that you're practicing daily, of course you can move ahead. But if it's something you're wanting to investigate alignment on, I'm going to talk through some steps. If headstand's not the option for you, you could always come into a wide-legged child seat as an alternative, or handstand, or forearm stand. If you're working on headstand, you could try this out. Tuck the toes and stretch the legs. The head's not on the floor. And with the head off the floor, you're just building that strength. The forearms pressing down, shoulders lifting up. So you're welcome to stay there. Count your breaths, see how many you can do, and then rest a bit, and then see if you could add on to that count. Or you might quietly place the head to the earth and tiptoe the feet in the direction of the nose. And then again, testing, you press the hands down and lift your head off the floor. And then quietly touch the head down with no pressure. And you might do that, see if you could do it 10 times, and then rest, and then see if you could do 12, just adding on. And if that's all good, then you bend one knee towards your chest and the heel towards the seat. And you might do that for 5 breaths or 10, and then switch to the other side. Or if 2 knees bend into the chest, then it's safe to keep the knees bent and lift the knees up over the hips. And from there, finally stretch the toes skyward. So that it's very purposeful, there's no jumping. Whichever one you're choosing to do, focus on your breathing. Remember to feel the forearms pressing down and shoulder blades lifting away from the earth. Final 10 breaths. And whatever you're doing, if you came to rest, maybe you lift up one last time. Breathing in. Breathing out 9. Exhale 8. Exhale 7. Exhale 6. Final 5 breaths. Feel the earth supporting you more than gravity pulling you down. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. With control, with purpose, rewind the way that you came. And we'll meet again in child seat. Forehead to the floor. This time bring your hands by your feet. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Inhale, lift up onto hands and knees. Exhale, bring your knees together and move your feet a bit apart. Inhale, you're going to place the top of your head to the floor and bring your hands to your calf muscles. And with your head on the floor, you might notice the knees aren't touching. Really bring the knees all the way together. With your hands, move the calf muscle down towards the heels and out towards pinky toes. And then come down to sit between your 2 feet for Virasana. If the floor and your seat aren't meeting today, you might use a block or a blanket right between the 2 feet to lift the floor up to you. Take the palms of your hands to the pinky toe edges of feet and press down to lift up. Exhale 1. The knees all the way together, femur bones running parallel for 2. We're going to stay 10 more breaths. You might stay vertical. You might recline a bit. If you have block or something under your hands, you could lean back a little onto the fingers. If there's any props, don't go any further than this. If there's no props, your seat is connected to the earth. You could lower down to the elbows and then lift your sitting bone. Lengthen the tail towards the heels and lower a bit more. And do that again. Lift up, lengthen the tailbone, and do that again. And you might do that several times on your way down to recline. If you are reclining into the Supta Virasana, you might stretch the arms alongside ears just to turn up the heat a bit. Breathing in. Breathing out 5. Exhale 4. Is awakening the psoas, our fight or flight reflex. Can you remain calm and still here and now? Exhale 2. Exhale 1. If you're reclining, come out as if there was a strap around the rib cage. You're coming evenly, not rocking right and left. Beautiful. Yeah, Jessie, that's nice. Good. And then shift forward to hands and knees. Tuck the toes under, inhale. Exhale, lift up and back down, dog. Inhale, without bending either elbow or knee, press the right hand and the left heel a bit more strongly. Exhale. Inhale, the left hand and the right. Exhale. Inhale, both hands and both heels. Exhale. Inhale, forward to your long plank. Exhale, lower just to chaturanga. Inhale here. And exhale, release the rest of the way to the floor. Good. Arms alongside the body. Interlock the hands behind you, make a fist. Inhale, lift the interlocked hands as high as you can. And from there, lift the legs, the chest, and the head, Shalabhasana variation. Exhale 1. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Exhale 3. Lengthen the big toe seam of your legs. Squeeze the inner thighs together. 4. Lift the arms a little more. Exhale, let it all go. Toes towards the middle. Heels fall away. Relax the arms and turn your cheek to one side. Let the hips rock a little right and left. Easing it out. Good. Forehead to the earth. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, grab a hold of both ankles. Inhale, bending your elbows, draw your heels towards your buttocks, open the front of the thigh towards the floor. Exhale to press the ankles back and lift up into Bodhanyasana. Spread your toes as if you had those pedicure toe spacers. Exhale 1. Try to move the inner thighs and knees a bit closer. Exhale 2. Breathing. Breathing out 3. Exhale 4. Don't give up on yourself. Lift a little higher. Exhale, release the legs and place hands right underneath your shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, knees to the floor. And come to stand up on the knees. If you like more padding, bring a blanket underneath. You can have the toes tucked under for rabbit. The spine's feeling more open today. You have the toes pointed for camel. Either way, hands to the waist with fingers pointing down. Squeeze elbows together. Inhale, lift your heart towards your chin, chin towards heart. Exhale, press hip points forward, tailbone down. Inhale, once more, lift the heart. Exhale, once more, encourage the hips forward. One more time, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, 2 hands reach back for 2 heels at the same time. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, head optional to release back. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Inhale, lifts the heart more. Exhale, encourages the hips forward. 2. Stick with it. Commit to your breath. 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. From the center, inhale, lift up. Exhale, point the toes if they were tucked and come to sit on your heels. One hand to your heart, the other hand on top, close the eyes. Recall the offering of the practice. The bliss of conscious communication. Purposeful, humble. Inhale, shift forward to hands and knees. Exhale, tuck toes and stretch legs, down dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga, pause there. Inhale. Exhale, lower down to the earth. Stretch your right arm forward and roll over. Come onto the back. Bending knees, soles of feet to the earth. Feet parallel and outer hip width distance apart. Press down through feet, lift lower, middle, and upper back. Interlock hands with elbows bent. Move your shoulder blades close. And then stretch your arms long. Breathing in. Breathing out. Spread through the toes, lift the hip crests a bit more for 2. Tailbone lengthening towards the knees, 3. Inhale, you're welcome to stop off. Stay right here, 4. Or adding on to wheel, separate your arms and place hands either side of ears for 5. If you're adding on, inhale, lift to the top of your head only. Exhale, head to the earth. Walk your hands a little closer to the feet and then lift up into the wheel. Exhale, 1. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. Spread the weight through the fronts, the backs, inner and outer feet, 3. Breathing. Breathing out, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, chin into chest. Exhale, quietly and purposefully release down. Let your feet come wide and let your knees knock in. Bring your hands to prayer and rest the prayer right over your third eye. Set up for number 2 and 3. Bring the feet parallel. Hands either side of ears. If you're repeating the bridge, do that fully without apology. Exhale to prepare. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, 1. Breathing in. Breathing out, 2. Notice if you feel more weight in your feet or in your hands. And just experiment. See if you can find some balance. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, just soften and bend your elbows, bringing top of head to earth. Inhale, walk the hands a bit closer. Exhale, prepare. And inhale, lift back up. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Stick with your breath. Exhale, 9. Exhale, 10. Chin to chest. Purposefully, quietly come down. And as you're ready, hug knees into chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. We're going to cross the right knee on top of left knee. And with the left hand, hold right ankle. And with the left hand, hold left ankle. You're pulling the feet towards you. This is a reversed Gomukhasana. With the right knee on top of the left. And from there, let yourself roll to the left side, placing the sole of your left foot to the floor. That's your right foot, sole of right foot to floor. And then let the left knee lower to the floor and drop the gaze over the right shoulder. A cat tail. Exhale, breathing deep. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Good. And let go of the ankles and draw back up to the center. And then switch. The left knee crosses over right knee. Right hand holds left ankle. Left hand holds right ankle. And just pull the knees, the shins, the feet down towards the earth. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing. Breathing out. Good. From here, roll to the right side, bringing sole of left foot down to earth. And then let your right thigh and knee lower down. The gaze comes over the left shoulder. The more you kick the right foot away, the deeper the twist becomes. Breathing in. Breathing out 2. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Good. Let go of the ankles. Draw the legs in. And a few times, exhale, rocking back. Inhale, rolling forward. Ease out the spine. From there, we're going to set up for shoulder stand. You might rock right into plow. You might like to use a prop. A blanket can be quite nice. Putting the blanket smooth towards the middle of the mat with the mat over that. If shoulder stand's not good for your practice today, you can take legs up the wall or legs up the side of your bed. If you're using the prop, the shoulders go on the support, head beyond it. And then always important to remember in the plow, interlocking your hands and moving the shoulder blades close is what makes the shape a shoulder stand instead of a neck smash. The fingers point up either side of the spine, and you want the heel of your hand as close down towards your shoulder blade as possible. Bend one knee at a time towards the forehead. And then together, the 2 knees lift skyward with the toes pointing down. This allows you to get wide and open across the front of the thigh. And from there, the toes stretch up. Salamba Sarvangasana. Continue to breathe. I'm just going to take a look. Good. Being mindful, when the thumb separates from the fingers, it can dig into the kidney. It's important that we establish our goals and recognize the potential within ourselves to become liberated. For our life to serve as an instrument of liberation for others. We cultivate this vision through infusing ourselves with vast compassion that extends to include everyone. And that's not limited to like great, huge, big gestures, heroic acts, big donations. It also shows up in the little things. A word that gives courage to a broken heart. Our smile that brings hope in the midst of gloom. These have as much claim to be regarded as service as a big, difficult sacrifice. A glance that wipes out bitterness from the heart can also be service, even if there's no thought of service in the moment. And taken by themselves, all these things might seem small. But life is in fact made up of such small things. If these small things were ignored, life would not only be unbeautiful, but unbearable. Shoulder standers. Start to soften the knees and lower legs overhead, coming to plow, halasana. If you've had legs up the wall, you might bend the knees and bring soles of feet together, about a Konasana shape. In the halasana, once more, focus on the sitting bones lifting away from the heels, just creating a lot of space. And then let's roll down, bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra. Let the knees be soft, your feet touch the floor first, then extend the legs long. Come into the counter posture. After that constriction, we'll open the throat with fish, pressing elbows down, lift the heart, and place the very top of your head to the floor. And then let your arms relax, the palms facing skyward. Breathing in. Breathing out. See if your lower teeth could move past your upper teeth. 2. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. We're going to breathe a lion's breath, bulging eyes, sticking out the tongue. Good. Use the elbows to lift chin to chest and come down. And please set yourself up now for Shavasana. That might mean you dim the lights or put on a sweater. Might mean you put some weight over the upper thigh or pelvis, or a pillow under your knees or head. Let the legs flop out. Let the arms be wide, palms facing skyward. Sometimes, despite our best effort, the body doesn't wish to relax. So I encourage you, silently invite your body to relax. And you could be very simple, pragmatic. Starting at the feet, say something like toes, relax. Move up the body in that way. Lower legs, relax. It could be more profound. Say something like feet, I offer them as instruments of peace in this world. Legs, may they be used to fight for freedom of all living beings. Whatever magical words, mantra you choose, repeat it silently, naming each part of the physical body and offering it up.
Hey people, don't wait. God will protect you. Focus on the good parts. The good parts are better. I love people. Focus on that part. I love people. Let me breathe. I want to tell you about myself. I'm really great. I'm a nice person. I say good things to my family and love them. That's me. out now. Let the light out now.
By means of deepening your breathing, begin to awaken some movement in the fingers and the toes. Letting that breath ignite movement in the limbs. Never before in our known planetary history have we as individuals had such potential to decide our imminent future and that of this planet. And bend the knees into the chest and roll to the right side, pausing there. If we're complacent and do nothing, the world as we know it will shut down. So you're ready, bring yourself upright to a comfortable seat for meditation practice. If, on the other hand, we come to our senses and dare to care about the suffering and happiness of others, we can abolish slavery in our lifetime and liberate ourselves in the process. Liberation or moksha is the goal of yoga, and ecstasy or bliss is its experience. Once you've chosen your seat, commit to it for just a few moments. Allow yourself to be still. And in that stillness, notice the natural movement of breath, passing in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth, without trying to control or manipulate it at all. Simply observe. And along with the movement of breath, apply mantra. Could breathe in, let, breathe out, go. Or you could breathe in, let me be used. Breathe out as an instrument of peace. Let me be used. An instrument of peace. Ecstasy is the true ground of being, and it pulsates within you at all times. Recognize it and celebrate it in others, and you will find it in yourself. By not trying to tame, enslave, and exploit others, you allow them the right to pursue their true natures, and in doing so, you allow yourself the same adventure into bliss. Make the choice to be kind and compassionate towards all being. In doing so, you will create a harmonious atmosphere within and around you, extending automatically into the world that we all share. Bringing the hands to meet in front of the heart. Let the head bow gently. This gesture of humility. Gratitude for this life, this body that we're blessed to have in these teachings. Lift your head. We'll close with Loka Samasta 3 times. May all beings without exception be happy and free. Shanti 3 times. Hari Om. Please join if you know the words. We're here. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. It is a great honor, a great privilege to be together with you. Thank you so much for providing me with this wonderful opportunity. Om Bolo Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai.
Shri Shri Carly Ji Ki Jai.
Bye.
Jai, 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 jai.